Also, welcome to shout out to Neo Shaggy in the chat. He's like, disc easy, mate, easy. Oh god. Funada Neo Shaggy, Funada Chaos Fate, because he could have also been here as well, as we are diving into our second best of 5, our second qualifying match of the night. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Blackburn ALE, we have the American Zerg player. He is blue, representing Apprentice Esports. Oh god. It is Antis. Alright, let's go. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Blackburn ALE, going for the Forge first, we have the American Protoss player representing Pigpen, aka Taste the Bacon. It is ProbeScout. Good at everything, mate. The tools for Protoss are just good. They're just too good. As we do have the probe going across the map, the pylon has already been thrown down. What's important though is that Antis went for a pull first, not a hatch first. And this is the problem with ProbeScout. He is infamous. He is known for his cheese on the NA ladder and in competitive play. Everyone knows how he plays. So Antis trying to go for a hard counter, going for the pull and the gas. Meanwhile, the cannon has been spotted. What's important though is that this isn't your typical cannon rush. We do have a proxy with this as well. Oh, we have a proxy hatch. Let's go. Oh my god. ProbeScout, does he know? Does he know? So what I mean, no. What I mean by that is that the way you deal with proxy hatch, or a way you can deal with proxy hatch, is if you throw down a pylon and some cannons next to or surrounding where the larva will spawn, then like roaches, when they come out, they do nothing. They just die instantly. Shout out to Turkey Dano. Turkey Dano, arguably the best cannon rush, the best cannon rusher in all of NA. God, I miss him. I miss Turkey Dino so much. As the cannon will finish up here, can he stop this hatchery from finishing up? Looks like the hatchery will complete, and the Roach Warren will complete as well. Oh, never mind. We have a cancel at the last minute, so we will not have roaches across the map here for Antis. He's gonna keep trying though. This time out of range of that cannon. Meanwhile, here across the map, we have our gateway. We still don't have a cyber core though, as we just have continued cannons being thrown down. Oh yes, the cyber core is still on the way. Once it finishes up, we can see a proxy robo, or more likely, a proxy Stargate. Oh boy. As once again, the boys are being pulled, they're honestly dealing some pretty decent damage to this hatchery. I have to wonder, what is the plan here for Antis? He's scouting around, he's checking the gold base, making sure that ProbeScout didn't somehow get a ninja nexus out there. First Ravager has been made, a couple of Ravagers actually already. The cannons are starting to go down. Without shield batteries, one Stalker is not going to be good enough here. Of course, the shield batteries are about to finish up. Oh, but not before this cannon goes down to these vials. Antis playing this beautifully so far. But he's going to keep it up. Oh god, Antis almost focusing down one of these Ravagers. But again, the DPS of these Ravagers are just a little too high here, as there's just no more energy on the shield batteries. Oh my god, the Stalker goes down at the same time. The Nexus, sorry, the hatchery actually finished. Unfortunately, it did get picked off, so that's a pretty big loss for Antis. 500 minerals down the drain with the cancel and then the kill on the hatchery. Meanwhile, he's trying to brute force his way through, but the cannons are getting a lot of damage done. Antis, he's throwing away so many of these Ravagers. I mean, at least he was able to depower the gateway though, so to be fair, it could be well worth it. Oh my god, the money biles. He gets kills on both of those pylons. And we don't have a probe. The probe oh my god. Come back, puppy, come back. A pylon does get up, but it's gonna go down. Oh my god, this gateway is never gonna get repowered, but the Ravagers are still so low. This Stalker with good enough micro can kill everything. Go for it. Go, buddy, go, go, get him. Beautiful, only one Ravager left, but the roaches are coming out. Oh, it's gonna be too much. The pylon gets repowered, but only for a second. Ay, ay, ay. I feel like this may just be a little bit too much here. There was a moment where ProbeScout had a little bit of momentum going his way. We do have a robot, but it's at home. And we have a Nexus? We have an expansion? Oh, not anymore. Oh god, but yeah, this is not looking good for Antis, unfortunately. Like, I was impressed with what little he was able to accomplish here, but the natural base is going to go down here for Antis. He's got plenty of roaches, plenty of ravagers. He's going to be going across the map, and the problem is that there is no way for ProbeScout to keep his Nexus alive. There is just no way. He throws down a couple of cannons here, which are great, but roaches are already waddling across the map. We're on Blackburn. The rush distance by ground is honestly incredibly short, so it's not going to take long at all for Antis to get across the map. And once he does, that should be it. We do have a Stargate follow-up here. It's so unfortunate. First he invested into the robo and then the Stargate. So kind of expensive and such a wonky way to tech up here, especially in the early game when he has very little, and GG gets called. Antis takes a 2-0 lead. Shout out to Reality in the chat. ProbeScout being ProbeScout. True. Speaking of, exclamation mark Funada Reality, mate. Where have you been? You're eligible for NA Apprentice. You could have been here. Shaking my head, mate. There's definitely a reality missing in this bracket. But we'll see. We'll see if ProbeScout can fight his way back, because Antis only needs one more win to qualify for the main event. ProbeScout needs 3 in a row. 2 in a row to at least make it to the ace match. 3 to take the entire thing. Ay, ay, ay. What were the vetoes? Oh my god. So the reason why I asked that is game number 3 is going to be on Berlingrad. Man, this is a best of 5. We had 1 veto each. What did Antis get rid of? I wonder. As we're getting into the smallest map in the map pool. It's happening. Let's go. Meanwhile, I love how Los Peruanos are waking up here, both Password and Ramen. Hopefully cheering for their boy Neo. Hopefully. As we are getting into game number 3, potentially the final game of this series. As spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Berlingrad LE, we have the American Zurich player representing Apprentice Esports. It is Antis. And spawning in the top left hand corner of Berlingrad LE, we have the American Protoss player. He is Teal, representing Pigpan, and needing to win every single game from here on out if he wants to take this best of 5 series. It is ProbeScout. Going for the Forge first, up against the Pool first. Oh boy. We already have a worker here on the low ground trying to deny and be annoying as possible, and we'll see if ProbeScout has something special in store for us. Does have 2 workers here across the map. Ooh, one of these probes already taking a lot of damage though. Jesus Christ. And the probe actually dies? What? No. Ay, ay, ay. ProbeScout, please don't let it end before it begins. The boys are being pulled. This probe is so vulnerable and it's gonna go down. And that's it. There's no more probes. The cannon rush has ended. We have 1 cannon, but it's not gonna finish. Not like this. A 3rd probe is coming across the map, but ProbeScout was a little bit too oh god. Unfortunately, he wasn't babysitting his workers. The Lings are coming out. This pylon is going to go down. There is no way that ProbeScout can hold on to this proxy. Careless, that's the word I was looking for. Unfortunately, he was a little bit too careless with his first 2 probes, and that is the end of the rush. Everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong, and suddenly Antis has nothing to worry about. ProbeScout is forced to transition at home. We have the Cybercore on the way. We do have a probe that's kind of hiding here in the... Oh no, it gets scattered as well. Antis, he just knows. And that's just it. Meanwhile, I see Reality in the chat. I might try to qualify another day. I'll go for Code A. Unfortunately, today is the final qualifier for Code S. Code S only has 2 qualifiers for the main event. But as you said, Code A is most likely going to be a thing. So if you're in the chat, if you're from the land of North America or Latin America, NA Apprentice typically has a couple of different leagues to it. Code A and Code S. And there's plenty to compete in. Massive shout out to Sugar in the chat for running this tournament for many seasons and now many years in a row. If you want to tune into some of the previous seasons, check us out on YouTube. CranKy Ducklings on YouTube. We have plenty of VODs available there for some of those seasons. And watching the best in North America duke it out with each other. DreamHack ain't got nothing on us. But yeah, so... Now, Antis, you know, he's getting his 3rd base up and running. He's joining up. He's making a wave of Lings. What do we have at home for ProbeScout? That is the big question. We have... Oh my god. We're going to be having some Disruptor drops. Let's go. From this initial Robo opening, we have... Robo follow-up, Robo Plan B, Plan A. We have a Robotics Bay. Unfortunately, it's right next to this Robo. It's not necessarily quite hidden. But oh god, speaking of hidden, no, the proxy was caught out as well. But at least this proxy is distracting his opponent. Warpism is on the way. Soon we will have that Disruptor. I'm assuming Disruptor, it could be Colossus as well, to be fair, but Disruptor is the more likely choice, as we are just waiting for Robotics Bay to finish up. Now, the problem with this is, thankfully there is a full... Oh, it's a Colossus drop. Why not? Okay, let's go. This will be great against these Lings. Speaking of, the Lings are going to hit the main base. Oh my god, are they going to be able to scout this? They do! Oh no, he sees everything. He sees a Robo, he sees a Robotics Bay. He is well aware of the potential of this Colossus. And there's no shield battery. The wall is going down. The Colossus is on the way. It's being protoed out as best he can, but it's not going to finish. Oh no, it looks like it just will finish in time. And with this Colossus, no, drop it, puppy. There we go. ProbeScout will hold on to his main base. Lings do return here, but again, thankfully, due to this Colossus, ProbeScout will be safe at home. The problem is that we have roaches, we have a 3rd base, we have 36 drones and counting. Lair is on the way. Antis is responding beautifully. There's a lot this Colossus has to get done. It needs to get across the map. It needs to deal some economic damage. But these Lings are just relentless. +1 is not going to finish. The shield battery is not in range to keep it alive. And with that, the Lings, they can just flood into the mineral line or go for the Cybercore. In the end, Overcharge is popped to keep the Cybercore alive, but now the main base, the mineral line, is vulnerable. Probes are falling left and right. Meanwhile, across the map, ProbeScout is all in. Is there enough at home to defend? We have a Colossus, we have a Warpism, we have a lot of micro potential. Oh no, the Warpism! Okay. I was like, yo, the Queens. If they target down the Warpism, that's it. This is over. You could argue it's already over. Okay, we have a single sentry being warped in. Oh god, the Colossus has a lot of work to do, but there are just so many roaches and queens and spores and everything. Oh my god, and the Warpism is being focused down. Almost gets picked off! One more wave. Oh god, a couple more auto attacks and that would have been it. As the roaches are just pushing away the Stalkers and the Colossus, there is just not enough here to defend. Antis showing his form here against the cheesy Protoss. GG gets called. And Antis, our NA Apprentice boy, qualifies for NA Apprentice Season 5. GG, well played. Congratulations, Antis, as he is not the second, the fourth player to qualify for the main event. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you want to have a look at that challenge page. We've had a couple of updates already. BioIce took down Disrespect 3-1, has also qualified representing the land of Canada in NA Apprentice, and Future was able to 3-0 Rarian and qualify as well. Honestly, I'll be honest, I'm surprised that Future showed up. I thought Future was inactive at the moment. He unfortunately wasn't present in DreamHack Winter, the most recent season of DreamHack, so it's great to see Future returning after a bit of a hiatus.